Hi friends, it's Jason, and today I wanted to talk to you about a very popular book. I finally got around to finishing this, and I'm talking, of course, about Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, the third book in the Empyrean series. And I'm going to do this kind of in two parts. So the first part, I'm just going to give you my general idea. The second part, I will go into spoilers a little bit, and I will let you know, if you haven't read this already, when to click away, and you can come back and watch the rest later after you've read the book. Now, pardon me, my first impressions is I liked this one better than the second book. I did enjoy this. There is a lot going on in this book, and it's bouncing all over the place. And but I did enjoy this better than Iron Flame, and pretty much on par with Fourth Wing. I enjoyed. I may even have enjoyed this a little bit more than Fourth Wing. Maybe. It's kind of a toss-up for me right now. I haven't really sat with it long enough to decide which one I like better, but this one I definitely did like better than the second book. We see some more characters in this book. We see some more locations. Now, one minor little thing that irritated me to no end. There's a beautiful map in this book. Like, it's gorgeous, but they go to locations in this book for a large chunk of this book that aren't on the map. So Red Tower books, if you can maybe take that into consideration when you do the fourth book, whenever that may be. Rebecca Yarros has said that she doesn't know when book 4 is going to come. I don't know how she can do that to us after the way the results of this, but I was hoping she was already writing book 4. But this was a good continuation of the story. We learned a little bit more about the powers of each individual and how they can use them. We learned a bit more about the dragons and the other I don't know what you want to call it, the other type of dragon, I guess, that Andarna is. We learned more about them, and which was really interesting, but there was not enough. So, like I said, this one is probably borderline my favorite out of the 3 books so far. But it's dragons, it's battles, it's some spice, and it's a good story. It's not it's not a literary masterpiece, and I've said that since book 1. But I call it a popcorn movie type of book. It's entertaining, and the story is fun, and I've enjoyed that much of it. So if that sounds like something, I mean, if you like dragons and you like battles and you like fantasy, you're probably gonna like these books. And if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, definitely check out these 3 books and get to Onyx Storm. Now, I'm going to go into some spoilers here, and because there's a lot that came to a head at the end of this book. So if you haven't read the book yet, click away and come back when you have. And so 3, 2, 1... here we go. Okay, so at the end of the book, there was so much to unpack in that last, 3 or 4 chapters of this book. Where are Xaden and Sigale? Personally, I think Xaden and Sigale have gone to Umbriel because Xaden was not influenced by the Vessin infection, or whatever you want to call it. I think they've gone to Umbriel, but I don't know. And on top of that, I also think that they have taken the 4 eggs from the Vale to Umbriel with them to protect them. And I believe the eggs may be Tern and Sigale's eggs. this is just me spitballing here, and I don't know. Another thing based off of what Theophany said in the, and I'm probably saying all of these names wrong, but what she said was, it gave me the impression that there is an overall master vesen, and that's interesting because we haven't really got that indication. They kind of seem to be in little pods with masters and stuff like that, but I think there is an overall master vesen, and I think probably we might get introduced to him or her in the next book, so we'll see. It was interesting that they killed off Theophany, so that makes me think that there is a next level that adds to that for Violet to battle against or match wits with in future books. So there is that. You can tell that this show or this series is being adapted for television, and I didn't notice. I kind of noticed it when I was reading it, but my girlfriend pointed it out afterwards, and I went, "Oh, that's why that was what was going on in my head." She's writing the story now almost episodically, which, like, for example, imagine them being on one of the islands, and as they're flying to the next island, the credits are rolling. There was one episode. The next island's the next episode, so on and so forth. You can kind of see how she's writing it that way, so it's kind of, it's just a little thing that we picked up on. Other things that are kind of spoilers, like, why in the heck is Andarna back already? Like, she left, she was gone, it seemed like no time at all, and she's back and she's protecting Violet again. That kind of surprised me. She was just there out of nowhere, and she supposedly had taken off and gone to the Irid Island, but she's back, so and another thing is there was mention of a new sibling. Part of me wants to think that is Brennan or maybe Imogen. I'm not sure, but and they may be just pretending that they haven't been turned. Is it turn the right term? But those are just some speculations. There's more rattling around in my head that haven't really formed yet, but those are some of the things that I'm thinking as spoilers. There's something with the temple and Xaden, and there's something going on there, and it's interesting now that Violet is now the Duchess, and one thing that I don't know if many people picked up on, but the sword that Xaden had, everybody, it was in a glass case, and it was described that it was already missing one of the stones from the hilt, which is the stone that is now on her ring finger. So people didn't pick up on that much in that book, and it all came to a head when it said that they had gotten married and she's now the Duchess, etc., etc. Just one of the things that bugs me about the Empyrean series is there's two things about Rebecca Yarros' writing that frustrate me a little bit. Like, this is a very adult book, but sometimes it's written in a very YA-ish way. So it's kind of strange for me. But, and another thing is she's improved it in this book, but we need more world building. We need more why behind the what, or the what behind the why, the story within the story. There's not enough backstory on things like the Veil. It's just this mysterious thing over there, and we, you know, like even if we saw it from the perspective of Tarn or Andarna or Sigale, give us a chapter of them in the Veil, maybe. I don't know. She may never do that, but that would be kind of cool. And there's just little things, backstory of the war and this, that, and the other thing that she hasn't really given us. So that I would like to see. But overall, like I said, I did enjoy this one. We need an improved map with the islands. Come book 4, Red Tower Books, please give us that. And if you enjoyed this book, if you have some theories, leave me a comment down below. If you think some of my theories are on the ball or way off, let me know. Give me a comment down below, and I'd be really curious to see where you think this is going. And I will see you again next time.